Oh, wrong one, fellas.
For all you mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast, get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok, or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Great stuff. Hey, fellas.
What's up, Jace, man?
Went to give blood today.
Oh, God. Do they take it when you've got sort of every venereal disease under the sun?
Well, as it turns out, Mikey, no, they don't. They don't. I couldn't give blood.
Why?
Because I'd been to Vietnam.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like one of
malaria.
your sex tours.
Malaria, apparently, you've got to have a 3-month stand down.
Oh, right.
And then they were talking, and also dengue fever.
Yeah, dengue will get you.
Not dungy fever?
And and they were describing the symptoms, and it was like, that sounds exactly like what we had.
Oh, your whole family had dengue fever?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the day before we got it, we stayed in a little tropical
Bastard.
sandfly infested
it was called the Mosquito Hotel.
Yeah, well, it should have been, because there were all these ponds everywhere that were just still, that was bloody bugs everywhere. So maybe
Well,
old Hoity
if
J
you
had
had the old
dengue.
dengue fever, I'm going to look it up and see how we go with that one.
Because I was watching, when we were studying before we went to Cambodia, watching this like couple on YouTube, were just in one of the spots we were going to, just a random video, and they had a 5-day stand down because they both caught dengue fever as well.
Right.
And they stayed in a mozzie-riddled place.
Yes.
Near this river. So maybe dengue fever. Did you go to the doctor?
Well, that's over now.
Yeah, it's all good.
Not now.
I'm
when you got
immune
home.
to dengue fever.
When you got home.
Dengue.
Well, no, I was too busy crapping and spewing to go
Did
to
you
the
have a
doctor.
sudden high fever, man?
I did. You recall I said I woke up at like 3 a.m, drenched in sweat.
Did you have a severe headache?
Yes.
Where was it? Was there any specific pain?
Well, I also had a head cold at that point.
Oh,
See, this
So
is
I
the
don't
key.
know if it was the head cold or something
Any
else.
specific pain though in the head anywhere?
Like, it was just all pain.
See, this is
Often- You go,
so.
Keyzie.
This is the key: is you have to ask him where it was.
Oh, I know.
Don't say, "Oh, did you have pain in the back of your head?" Because he'll say, "Yeah."
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing it this way. Now wait for this.
Which is great.
Often it's behind the eyes.
Right. Well,
It took every ounce of strength in
No,
him
but-
just then for him to not say, yeah, that's what I had. Did you see that?
because I want to recall that I
was insane.
I said to you guys that I had like a head cold, and that was all sinusy and stuff.
That was so good.
But I can't remember where the pain was in my head.
But I believe you, though. I believe you that you did have it. It's just
Yes.
funny what just happened.
That was really
Yes.
good. That was great. Now, muscle and joint pain.
Yes.
It's known as breakbone fever. It's a good name, is it? God, there's some good disease names. We've had
Is
some
that
great
dengue
ones.
fever?
That specific part is
Right.
known as breakbone fever. Nausea or vomiting,
Yes.
skin rash,
No.
mild bleeding of your nose and gums,
No.
easily bruised,
My daughter was covered in bruises.
massive honker.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like you had it.
Yeah.
you had
Also,
you had it bad.
fatigue and something
Doesn't
else.
say anything about that.
All right. But
Close
yeah,
to the
who
front,
knows? Yeah.
So maybe you did have dengue fever. That's exciting.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Well, it's lucky you didn't give blood then, because surely you wouldn't catch dengue fever.
You
if
wouldn't have thought so.
Imagine that you're dying and someone rushes in with a blood pack and they're
I've
like,
got
"Here,
dengue fever
have
in
some of Hoity J's blood. It'll save your life."
it. And they're gone.
Do you guys know what blood type you are? I don't even know what blood
No,
type I am.
I've been.
know.
It's one of those ones where you find out, and then
Sure.
you forget.
Can they tell you when you're there?
No,
Oh,
it's not by the colour of it. That'd be handy.
Yes.
Wow, so
'Cause
when do
I
you
still
find
don't.
out?
I still don't know what my blood type is.
Nah.
Yeah, it'll be on your medical records. But the next time you get a blood test, you could probably ask. I've got to go tomorrow, actually.
Right.
What am I doing tomorrow?
Good reminder there. He's just reminded himself.
Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
I've never given blood, and I feel like I should. Although the last blood test I had, I almost fainted, and when I got that shot ahead of Cambodia, I almost fainted. So I feel like
Yeah.
I'd probably react negatively to
You
giving
do
blood.
have to sit there for a little while afterwards because you do feel a bit woozy.
Yeah, who was it? You carked it. That you
I almost did.
fell
I
over.
had to. I love how Jan's on the show.
You died.
I died. No, I had to lie down on the. It was a gurney too. It was like a hospital bed. When my wife and I were getting shots ahead of Cambodia,
Yeah, somebody killed over that I know.
and then she took a photo of me and sent it into the group chat. Yeah,
That's
so.
right. Yeah.
For some people, it's a real problem, eh? It's a real bloody mental block.
My wife is horrendous with it.
Yeah, doesn't like an injection.
You can talk her into fainting.
Right.
Wow.
About injections.
Right. Any kind of blood. If she sees blood, it's out. If you describe something, like she went and saw a friend of hers who had a brain surgery, right?
Yes.
Just came out of surgery. Was having a yarn, and my wife was asking her about it. She was still a bit woozy from the anaesthesia. And she goes, it was fine. It just sort of felt like the bone was grating together, and my wife just out.
Yeah.
And she, who had just had this woman who had just had the brain surgery, had to call a nurse for my wife, who had passed out at the description of it. It's an amazing thing, how powerful the mind is.
Yes, and it's quite common actually for like men when their partners are giving birth to just keel over as well. That's quite a common phenomenon.
Well, what about your wife works in like
special effects,
production, special effects,
design.
and she's worked in like some like horror-based thriller movies where there's bound to be blood flying around and all sorts.
Yeah, but it's also that's not real.
It's
is it?
fake,
right?
So she builds this, she designs a set, so she's dealing with computer programs and stuff. But we tried to watch Predator, Alien,
because she worked on it, right?
She's working on that. She worked on the new one.
Yeah.
But then we tried to watch
the original.
This current one that's just come out, Romulus, I think it's called. Alien Romulus. And she said, got about an hour, and she's like, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, oh, you're scared, are you? And she's like, nah, I just find it stressful.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're scared. Yeah.
I quite like that movie.
It was well made.
Yeah.
I am also not hugely. That was a bit gory for my liking. I don't like that.
Oh yeah.
Funnily enough, I started watching Predator 2 today.
Oh, that's a terrible film.
And it was so bad.
Yeah.
It was.
Danny Glover in there?
Danny Glover, yeah. And I was like,
appalling.
what the hell? I got about 10 minutes in and went, nah.
Yeah.
Stop this.
Was that after Lethal Weapon and that? Mm-hmm. When he's too old for that shit.
Yes.
But now he's
it would have been,
Predator.
It was a good idea because it was set in LA, wasn't it?
I tell you, yes, yeah, it was urban.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, I hate the smell of hospitals. Do you guys get that
I
too?
hate hospitals
I
in general.
hate hospitals.
Fuck, I hate them.
I generally do feel a little bit. What it does is it sparks my anxiety when I'm in a hospital.
Yeah.
I just immediately feel anxious and go, and the smell.
Yeah.
Well, you've been
The
there four
disease.
times there with daughters, so that would
Yes.
that's probably a
Yes.
a trigger.
And my bro, he was in the hospital a lot.
Right.
And I just don't like them.
So
Don't.
do
I
you
mean, I don't know who does like them, but no.
Yeah.
My other brother, my eldest brother, he's been known to keel over.
Right.
If there's blood or anything like that.
See, it's not blood for me. It's me watching. It's. I start thinking about the fact that someone's putting something into my bloodstream. I was like, now it's going around my body now. And so that's, or when they were taking blood out of me for a blood test and I could just see them pulling it out and I'm like, there's less blood in me now than there used to be. That's pretty weird.
I wonder how much of that is mental though. You
It's
know,
like
100%.
You know what I mean?
100% of it. But what's great about that is, like, that's a negative thing, right? Where you can use your brain to turn your own lights out.
Yeah.
But there must be a positive of that as well.
An inverse.
If you can do that, then there must be other ways that you can use your mind to be better.
Maybe it's like something we evolved from, like, say you're in a situation where you're going to war and everyone
Fight
around
or
you is
flight.
getting
Like,
slaughtered.
I'm going out.
And my body just goes, hey, man, tell you what, you're going to be unconscious for all this.
You're a fainting goat.
Yeah.
I had a mate, actually, you remember, with the old COVID vaccine, and he wanted to get it, but he was so terrified of how his body would react, and he put it off and put it off and put it off, and then he eventually got it and did that exact thing. As soon as they injected it in him, he was like, oh, I'm not feeling good. and they actually took him to hospital. They took him to hospital, yeah, and he was in hospital with his blood pressure just shooting through the roof, and it was like, but actually there's nothing wrong with you.
It's entirely,
There's an entire head job.
Well, where is he now?
What do you mean?
Oh, he's in his Huntley with his mum.
You were setting me up for a little spike there, Keyzie.
That's all cheap. Yeah, well, when I got the booster before Cambodia for I can't remember what it was. It was something like that. It wasn't like oh my God, I feel terrible. I was like, God, I feel a wee bit faint. I might have to sit down like that, real calm.
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
wife goes, actual. Like, big grin on her face, and then got her phone out straight away. And the nurse laughed too. And then they opened the
curtain so everyone could see you.
Well, we're in a closed room, and outside the room was a little water fountain. And so the nurse goes, "Oh, fill up this cup." So she opens the door, reaches out to fill up at the water fountain. While the door's open, this lady who's waiting, who's like 30, looks in, sees my wife laughing at me having to lie down taking a photo, and then she laughs as well. And so it was 3 of these women all just laughing at me.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so good, man.
So good.
That's a shame we didn't get that on the radio
Yeah,
show.
man.
That's
it
good
was a shame,
stuff.
eh? God, I'm really gutted we didn't. Hey.
Flu
What?
vaccine's coming up, fellas, I see.
I'm not
Actually-
getting that shit in me.
Nah, man. You'll be out.
Listen to the Hauraki Big Show 4 till 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki, man. Really
You
good.
steamed, Keyzie?
Yeah, man.